Hello there, I am Shadeswift99 and this is episode 5 of Ecocraft. And if I do say so myself, I am looking quite fancy. Quite a lot fancier than last episode at least, because if you'll remember, I lost all my stuff. And I got it back even better than before. I'm ashamed to say that I've never actually bothered to get full netherite in this game before. But now that I have it, I don't think I'll be able to just walk around in some random mishmash of armor ever again, because this stuff looks good. I haven't noticed much of a change in like actual gameplay. It might be a little more durable, but yeah, it looks great. And it's about to look even better because there's something I saved for just right now. I didn't want to do it until you were here, because a friend gave me this texture pack. Let's see if we rename this, because here's the thing. Like you know, I love to use tridents, and I do like what they do, but I'm always sad that they don't give enough damage. It's not really realistic to use them in a fight so much, especially if you're not that great at the whole fight thing. Like, I like fighting, but I'm not super great at the living part, so a weapon that does significantly less damage is not really good for me. So anyway, what I really like about tridents is the look of them. So, the solution, if this should work, I should be able to rename this something specific, and it should give me a trident, sort of. Void Walker Trident. Look at it. Oh. Look at this thing. Look at it. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. Yeah, this was made by Dawn, the same amazing person who made the blue hearts thing that I've got down on my hotbar there. Oh yeah. Thank you. Thank you for this. This is amazing. So sadly I can't throw this thing, but it will now do the same damage as a sword, which is a lot more than typical trident, and my bed isn't here. That's fine. Okay, so we're just going to continue and hope that I don't get creepered, because I want to get into what we're actually going to be doing here, because I'm sorry, but it's not a gold farm. Oh, hi friend. Yeah, it's not a gold farm. I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for getting off track again, but 2 hits. 2 hits with a thing that looks like a trident. And that zombie's down. This is great. Anyway, so the gold farm is still happening, I promise you that. But, you know, losing all of my stuff was a bit of a big hit, and after that I just wanted to do something a little more fun. So I thought we might go over and try to get done a bit more of the larger plan that I have for this base, starting with those towers over there. There's 4 of them, and they're not going to remain empty for long. My plan is to have, I might have said this before, but I want a bunch of farms and just general contraptions and machines on the lower level of this base, so I might have some doors and some rooms branching off for the things that I don't have enough room for. 1 second. So that's what I'm going to have for that lower level there. And then for the upper level, I'm going to have some more, like, sort of life things, you know, just living space storage, workbenches. We've got the museum there, with the exception of the flower farm over there. I kind of wish I'd put it on the lower levels. But in these towers, in my opinion, this is where the fun starts. Because in these towers, I'm going to put one of my favorite bits of redstone to build in this game. and that is devices that will just straight up fling me as high on the y-axis as I can possibly go, hopefully without dying. But that's not really like a requirement. I just like to go really, really, really high, and I just like that as kind of a challenge to myself to figure out game mechanics wise what will put me into the uppermost reaches of the Minecraft stratosphere. So, I figured, based on my past experiences, that I would be able to get pretty high pretty easily with some TNT in a device that I made before. But if you remember, my before is on Bedrock Edition, and it turns out that TNT and minecarts interact in a bit of a different way, which is going to make this job insanely harder. But we'll still do it. We'll still be able to do it. I think it's a bit easier if I show you what I mean. So let's go to my Redstone world. Gotta take you to another world to show you here what I'm talking about. So let's build a portal, and you can just come along with me, and I'll explain a little bit. The portal is ready, hold on to your hats, and let's go. And here we are. This is my Redstone testing world. There's a bunch of stuff behind me that's not really relevant right now, but you might catch glimpses of it. But over here is my very long attempts at recreating the same sort of concept that I had absolutely down in Bedrock. You don't understand how long I've been working on this type of thing. I did at least probably 10 iterations of this thing, loading it with different amounts of TNT, trying to launch myself to different levels, and then I come here and it doesn't work. So the way it's supposed to work, and I sort of busted it up a little bit here, so the activation doesn't really make sense at the moment, but it used to. You just ride along a track in a minecart and you fall down, and you trigger all of these different dispensers. Forgot which one it was for a moment. You trigger all of these different dispensers to spit out TNT at the exact same time. That part is important, because if you don't get it at the exact same time, the whole thing blows up. So all of these spit out TNT, and then the TNT, because it turns into an entity when it lights and not a block, it then can inhabit the same space as you and your minecart down in here. So you're sitting in this minecart, and there's TNT like in your lap, and then when it fires on Bedrock, it just absolutely launches you way up. I got to, I think my record is somewhere above Y10,000, and that's really where I want to hit here. Again, for no good reason, especially other than because I want to see if I can. That's really the heart of this whole thing. Like, from start to finish, I want to see how high I can go. But the issue is, here on Java Edition, the TNT breaks the minecart when it falls and explodes, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense, that if you put a whole stack of explosives in your lap and you're sitting in a minecart, it breaks the minecart and you also die. But things don't make sense on Bedrock. They make Bedrock sense, and I'm used to Bedrock sense, and I can work with Bedrock sense. But not here. So anyway, I'll stop moping about that now. I'm going to find a different solution. This is sort of the testing ground, as you can see, where I was trying to find out what here gets I forgot I could break blocks for a moment. This is just the testing ground. I was trying to figure out what explodes what and what can survive an explosion. And the answer to what can survive an explosion is apparently not much here. The boats break, animals die, it's a bit rough. There might be a way I can do this. There is a way I'm going to do this. This is going to happen. But all of the ways that I've found so far are a little on the expensive side for where I am in the game right now. I would need a totem of undying farm or something like that to make this happen. But it is going to happen. That will just have to wait for the other 3 towers in my base. But for the first tower of the base, I'm just going to, where is it? It's back there. I'm just going to have a little fun with it. I'm not going to focus on height so much as experience. So I'll get to building that and hopefully get back to you when it's finished. And now, finally, after what was probably in your time a whole 5 seconds of waiting, the big reveal. Everybody, welcome to the Slime Block Launchinator 9000.57 Extended, Unlimited, or something. I don't know. Name pending. Yeah, this did not take very long to actually build. Unfortunately, something about having it in a server versus on single player made me lose a whole 2 blocks of bounce height, even with all of the timings I had before, so I'm not thrilled about that, but I think it's pretty fun. It's... Here, let's just take a tour. Alright, please keep all hands, feet, and other appendages inside the ride at all times. And boing, boing, boing. Yes, yes. Try to contain your excitement. This is what it does. This isn't all of what it does. But yes, this will just bounce me for as long as I want. And I just think it would be a great place to, to come if I need ideas for something. Bounce around the brain cells until they clack together and produce a conscious thought. That type of thing. It's a little bit boring in here at the moment, just looking at the walls. Let's fix that. That's better. Now we've got some nice posters and paintings to look at in here while we bounce. It's really, really inspiring, really starting to feel like a place where I could come up with some of my best ideas. But when the brainstorming is over and the bouncing is starting to get a little sickening, that's where the real beauty of this thing comes in. Because, and this might take me a few tries, I haven't gotten good at it yet, you can, oh, missed. If you shoot this, then the machine will just spit you out. So it's kind of, part mini-game, part just sort of, I guess it could be the world's noisiest AFK spot, but it's all fun. I just like it a lot, okay? It's, uh-oh. Well, we'll have to retrieve that painting. Okay. Oh, there. No. Not there. Almost there. Come on. Come on. This is starting to get embarrassing. Alright, after a few more tries, I think I've got the hang of it. The key seems to be shoot high and earlier than you think. Little too high, little too... There. There. So then, after you hit the target, the machine spits you out of the minecart, and then the only thing that the user really has to do is take the minecart and replace it. And I think I'm going to add a few more signs to make that a little more clear so that other people can use this and don't accidentally / on purpose run off with my minecarts. But yeah, then after that you can just run off and execute all of those amazing ideas you just had in the brain cell bouncer or whatever it is. If you think of a good name, let me know. But for now, that's all the time I have for today. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.